morning, students. Today I am going to take Human Resource Management, Unit 4, and then Lesson 9, Fundamentals of Human Resource Management. First, tell me what is meant by human resource? Human resource. Human resource is an employee. Human resource is an employee who are inevitable for survival and success of the business. So every organization success depends upon the human resources. So who is called a human resource? Human resource is an employee. And next, you have here significance and characteristics I already finished. And then next, what is mean by human resource management? So human HRM full form human resource management. So human resource management means the branch of management that deals with managing a human resource is called a human resource management. Managing human resource. Managing human resource is called a human resource management. Understood these two things? Human resource means is an employee who are inevitable for survival and the success of the business is called a human resource. What is mean by HRM? Human resource management means is the branch of management that deals with managing a human resource is a human resource management. And I already completed human resource management characteristics. Now we will be saying significance of the human resource management. What are the significance of human resource management? So this human resource, why this human resource management is important? There are various reasons. So number one is to identify manpower needs. To identify manpower needs. Every organization to identify the manpower needs. So the number of men's are required. The number of how many number of men's are required or to be identified. Or to be identified accurately to optimize cost. So what is meant by to identify manpower needs means, so the number of men's are required. So how many number of members are required in the organizations or to be identified. The men's or to be number of men's or to be required or to be identified accurately to optimize cost is it to identify the manpower needs and to incorporate change. So incorporate change. So change is constant in every organization. In any organization, change is constant. So the management, the HRM is act as on agent. Who act as on agent? HRM act as on agent to changes. Act as on agent to make changes effectively. To make changes effectively in the organizations. So to incorporate changes. So change is constant in any organizations. So who act as the agent? HRM act as an agent to make a constant changes effectively in the organizations. And then next one is to ensure correct requirements manpower. To ensure correct requirements manpower. Correct requirements manpower. At any times, the organizations should not suffer the shortage manpower and also for this surplus manpower in the organizations. So to ensure correct requirements manpower. What is meant by manpower means? Manpower means is the employees in the organizations. Employees in the organizations. So at any time in the organizations, so organizations it does not suffer surplus manpower and shortage manpower, does not suffer surplus manpower and shortage manpower in the organizations. And then next one is to select right man for right job. Right man for right job. So the organizations does not select for this underqualified, either underqualified or overqualified employees in the organizations. So they have to be select the right man for the right job. What is the qualifications? So right qualifications is suitable for this right job. They have to be selected. And then next one is to update skill and knowledge. To update skill and knowledge. So every organizations provide a proper training and a development program to the employees. So they can't be effective perform in the organizations. This training and development programs, it helps the organizations to give the performance of the employees. So to update the skill and knowledge to the employees. And the next one is appraise the performance of employees. Performance of employees. Appraise the performance of the employees. So organization should evaluate the performance of the employees and providing promotions and incentives to the employees. And the organizations has to be identify the underperformer to provide the remedial training to the employees and encourage the boost up the employees and also provide necessary training to the underperformer in the organizations. And the next one is provide incentive and bonus. Incentive and bonus to best performer. Bonus to best performer. So organizations has to be provided, identify the best performer in the organizations and provide necessary incentives and bonus to the best performers. There has to be identified, there has to be evaluated who is the best performer in the organizations and identify to provide the incentive and bonus to the best performers in the organizations. So they not be effectively work in the organizations. And the next one is to emphasize socializations. To emphasize socializations. So human resource is one of the social evils. The human resource or every employees are expected best comfortable place in the working places, comfortable in his workplaces. So there has to be for this emphasize the socializations in the organizations. So these are all the what are the significance of the HRMs. First you understand what is meant by HR, what is meant by HRM, what are the significance of the HRMs. So to identify the manpowers. So number of mains are required. The number of mains are required or to be identified. Number of mains are required or to be identified in the organizations. And to incorporate changes. Changes is a constant in every organization. So the HRM act as an agent to make changes effectively in the organizations and to ensure the correct requirements manpowers. So at any time the organization should not suffer any shortage or surplus manpower in the organizations and to select the right man for the right job. So not select for the underqualified or overqualified persons in the organizations. The organizations has to be selected the right persons. Right persons means correct qualified persons for the right job in the organizations. And to update the skill and knowledge, the organizations has to be provided proper trainings and development programs. They have to be arranged in the organizations. Appraise the performance of the employees. The organizations has to be identified, evaluate who is the underperformer, who is the best performer in the organizations. So the best performance organizations provide incentives and promotions to the employees. Underperformance means the organizations provide for the proper remedial training to the employees and provide incentives and bonus to the employees. So, periodical identifications of the employees, the organizations have to be provide for the bonus and incentives to the employees. So, they have to be performed the work effectively in the organizations. And to emphasize the socializations, every employees are expected to be comfortable in this workplace. So the organizations has to be arranged for this comfortable work to these employees. So these are all the significance of this HRM. Now we will say what are the functions of the HRMs. Next, what are the functions of HRM? We have here two kinds of functions. So first kind is managerial functions. Managerial functions. Another kind is operative function. Operative function. So what are the kinds of managerial functions? So managerial functions are planning, organizing, directing, controlling. You have here 4 managerial functions. How many managerial functions you have? 4 managerial functions. What are the managerial functions? Planning, organizing, directing, controlling. And now I come to this operative functions. Operative function is procurement, development, compensation, retention, what are the functions of the operative functions? Operative functions are, you have here 6 operative functions. How many operative functions? 6 operative functions. Procurement, development, compensations, retentions, integration and maintenance. So this functions of HRM has to be divided into two kinds of functions. One is your managerial functions, another one is your operative functions. So what are the managerial functions? Managerial functions are planning, organizing, directing, controlling. What are the operative functions? Operative functions are procurement, development, compensation, retention, integration, integrative or integrations and maintenance. So these are all the operative functions. Now I explain one by one. So planning. So what is the way planning means? Designing in advance what to do, how to do, who is to do it in the organizations. So they have to be planning. So nothing can be performed without planning in the organizations. So planning means HRM has to be planned. They have been deciding. Planning means it's called here deciding in advance. So deciding in advance means what to do, who, how to do, who is to do it in the organizations. So and then organizing. So organizing is your harmonious relations among the employees in the organizations. And also this organizations has to be division of work. So all the work should be divided and delegations of authority is also required in the organizations. That is your organizing. So organizing is a harmonious relations among the employees in the HRMs, in the managements and directing. So directing means is employees are kept informed. Employees are kept informed for necessary matters. What are the necessary matters that has to be circulated and circulated and notice board? This helps to develop the performance of the employees and also it reduces the past the timing of the employees and energy of the employees. So this directing scissor helps to reduce the cost, reduce the energies, and increase the manpower of the employees. And the next one is controlling. So controlling means evaluate the performance of the employees in the organizations. The organizations has to be identify the best performers and underperformer in the organizations. So provide for these best performers, they can provide the incentives and either monetary or non-monetary incentives to the employees. And underperformers, they provide for the remedial training to the underperformers of the employees. And then what are the operative functions of the HRMs? Number one is here procurements. So procurement deals with the job analysis. Deals job analysis and recruitment, placement, selections. So recruitment means a select of the persons and placement in the organizations. And the next one is developments. Development means the HRMs has to be provided necessary training and development programs arranged for the development programs in the organizations. And then compensations. So compensations means it provide the how the workers or employees are working in the organizations, and it will provide wages, salaries, fringe benefits, and any other extra incentives they provide to the employees. And retentions. Retentions means is a retainment. So correct age, what is the correct age? They have to provide for the retainment to the old persons. And also they have to be safety, healthy, healthy and security to the employees is retentions and integrations. This HRMs integrate the personal interest and organizational interest. Who is the best performer? What is the personal interest? So they have to connect link between the personal interest and organizational interest. And then maintenance. So maintenance means is a job satisfactions of the employees. All the employees are expect for the comfortable in the organizations. So the organizations have to be provide for the provide for the job satisfactions to the employees. So what are the functions of the HRM is? You have here two kinds of functions. One is for this managerial functions. What are the managerial function is? Planning, organizing, directing, controlling. So planning is deciding in advance. Organizing means is a harmonious relations among the employees. So directing means employees are kept through all the necessary matters related to the management. And controlling means evaluate the performance of the employees. And what are the operative functions? You have here procurements, developments, compensations, retention, integration, and maintenance of the organizations. So that's all for these lessons. Read well, students.